I'm really livid at that troll. Don't come into someone's stream who says they're and say stuff like that. It's just like common sense. I just need to do something. Just sitting here and doing nothing is not crazy how fake. Just how awful people be. I don't deserve that kind of shit flung at me. I already do it to myself. We don't need
The
random
journey so far. The cauldron was
find
cold,
something better to
but the
time
horsemen rekindled its fire. And
than
in the
trying to
hearts
beat
of
up
the
somebody
makers,
who beats
an
himself
ember of hope
emotionally.
was born. Hope for life, and for what lies beneath the earth.
He's right though. I am garbage. I was not. Just people like that have made my life hell since I was a teenager. Actually, before that even. It's like these. I still get bullied just for taking cats. People have sitting there. Oh, it's not your fault. It's just. Just I have to deal with a mind that gives me just says horrible things about me, and it just makes everything difficult. I can't think straight sometimes. I'm just gonna look up the solutions. It's really hard for me to think sometimes. Sometimes my mind just gets cloudy because I'm dealing with so much trauma and just stuff in my mind. I deal with a lot behind the scenes. It's hard to even function sometimes. Just things people take for granted, like just relaxing. It's hard, difficult. I have a very hard time relaxing because my mind is always tormenting me. That's why I turned this back on again. I'm not. I just have to do something. It's too early for me to go to bed because I'm gonna wake up at 3 a.m. It's not gonna do anything. I'd ban that guy. Fuck him. Normally I don't let stuff like that get to me. Right now, I'm just very fragile. It takes a special kind of asshole to pick on somebody who's already feeling that way. He does an unhealthy amount of self. I don't need it from people. They can fuck them. Just leave me alone. Already got enough fake people. Just having an update. Had someone in here tell me to kill myself, which is not acceptable. Don't already feel that time. It's not even an intelligent thing to say. Somebody who's depressed. I'm not making a video tonight, but I can't fake it tonight. I have some Switch ports I want to do cover, so I just can't do it. Sorry. I am not capable, so. Can't pretend like I'm happy. Got a lot on this channel tonight. Can't do. Also, you guys can backseat as much as you want. I'm already not feeling well tonight, so have hints and just tell me. I don't care. Just trying to wind down. I haven't today. But tomorrow I get paid. Have some cool stuff for the channel. Some stuff planned. Play little lizards. Cash shop stuff. What's the point of that? Isn't that what this was? Must have missed something. Doesn't make sense to me. I must have missed something. Sorry to the people who had to see me get on. It's like, this is the reality of what I deal with. It's, do this every day. Sometimes, like today, it's just hard to even mention. Good to know there are people that will pick somebody like me down. Sad. Yeah, I guess I have to get some. Doesn't jump. Balls are back. This one doesn't look that bad. I've got a walkthrough up. I have a frustration threshold now. This reason. Normally I can knock out puzzles pretty completely. It's been really just frustrated easily. Frustration threshold. I don't have patience for it. It's not like I'm doing this for the channel or just playing this as bad this backlog. Seems like a pretty good game. I do know somebody, so it's worth trying. It's like $10 on the Switch today too, so grab that with that donation from last night. That and Pokemon Heroes. So I'm gonna put up some tomorrow. Got another couple I gotta get done too. Just tonight I can. It'll be in the morning. Get some sleep. We do the closer's raid and just have a cool bed. Get some good night's sleep. I don't feel like faking it today. Yeah, I can fake it just fine tonight. Yeah. Video will be better. Not pretending to be okay when I'm. Game. Chances are I've already played it. Chaos Code? Yeah, I played that game. Vampire the Masquerade? No. Alright, I think I'm just gonna look up the solution. I just find it. What is that? Isn't that just some random Western game? Like a Diablo or something? Get up there, dude. Why can't you double jump? know what it wants. I can't get up there. Oh, I think I see how to do this. I get out of it. I have to stand over there and then do the... shoot it. Just drop it for no reason. He's got butterfingers. He's like 2 feet above what he can normally wall climb, but he's got to do that, all that, just to get up there. Typical video game protagonist. Okay, that did nothing. What's the point of that? What does it want? Did I not just do that? It didn't do anything. Ah, I see, right. It's weird how he keeps the gun out sometimes and he just, like... jumping doesn't work anymore when he does that. Would you jump over there, please? Can you please learn how to double jump? Come on, you're like a horseman. Why can you not double jump? It's frustrating how you fall and you can't save yourself in this game. He won't fucking double jump. Why will he not go? I'm starting to get frustrated. I'm tired of the puzzles. I want to do more fighting. The game is like 30% fighting. Why will he not go up there? It's like an invisible wall or something? He's just like not doing it. What does it want me to do? Just fucking tell me. I don't have patience for puzzles right now. I just want to fight and get loot. Especially when he's such a bozo and it's so hard for him to do like basic stuff. What the fuck did the switch do? It did nothing. Won't go over there. Clearly jump over there and there's like an invisible wall. Come on, man. What now? Let me fight something, please. I'm getting tired of just non-stop puzzles. That's all this game is puzzles. And there's more combat. There's nothing down there. The bird's telling me to go there, and there's nothing there. Wish there's a game at like 80% less puzzles. No more, please! No more! Can I please fight something? This game is like 90% puzzles, 10% fighting. Why does it have all this cool loot and stuff if it's just... You never get to use it. I know there's a bloody palace at the end. I'm definitely looking for that. Less of this. Actual combat. Ah, the bird is so useless. Just tell me where to go. Show me. Can I please fight something? What the fuck it wants me to do? It's just like... Come on, go faster. Everything's like so loaded in this game. Why can he sprint in the water and he can't do it on the ground? What? Probably load time masking. Why he's so fucking slow. Everything but. He's fast on everything but. Just fucking no. Can't do that for some reason. So damn confused. Where do I go? Come on, it's been like an hour of puzzles. Can I please, like, get a boss fight or something? Let me fight something, please. Come on, will you go up there? Maps are too big. Like, how slow he walks. I'm totally lost now. How do I just get done with this? Ah. Bird's a fucking troll. It doesn't tell you where to go. Gonna donate? Really? Thank you. Not gonna lie, I could use that tonight. Completely honest. Let me know when you send it and I'll check it. I'm totally stumped. I don't know where I'm supposed to. Must be like breaking these chains or something. I think I see it. I think it's over here. Maybe I can go through the mid. Nope. Something. No, I know someone who worked on this game. I should ask him, hey, why does Death run so slow? He has a horse. He has a horse, like, large areas, and he can like power swim, but just basic running is hard for him. Thinking it really is just something stupid like time masking. I can't see any other reason why. I think that's what makes the puzzles more frustrating than intended. How long it takes to get somewhere, especially if you screw something up. If you actually see the solution, you gotta victory crawl over there. That's kind of the problem. It helps when you have a lot of puzzles that the character can move fast, so that, you know, you have the solution, or at the very least you have a lead towards it. You can get over there quickly before you lose your train of thought. But one of the biggest problems I'm having with this game is it takes him so long to get over there. I often forget. I don't quite remember exactly what I was doing or the lead that I... That's what's frustrating me so far. It's obvious there's got to be a boss or something. I'm just completely stumped. Let me look up the guide. Making things hard for yourself. Obviously missing something else. I've done almost everything. Okay, so I guess I have to go back down. I think East 8, despite that game's flaws, did a pretty good job of making the character run fast. The main problem with that game is the excessive amount of loading zones. That game's got its own problems with traversal. It's mostly just, in that game, it's mostly just like finding the loading zone that will actually let you transition to the area you're trying to get to. In this game, that's not a problem. The loading zones are very clear. It's just getting him to move fast enough, or you forget what the hell you're doing. That's the biggest problem here. Okay, maybe the bird is not trolling. Must be something I'm missing. This is just right back here. Why is it me over here? It just wants me to go around in a circle. It's frustrating, man. If you're gonna put a hit system, then make him actually take you to the right place. I have no clue what it wants me to do. I unlock the water, but it just goes in a big circle. It doesn't do anything. This bird is a dick. Can you please just, like, help me so I can fight something? Why does it just lead me in a giant circle? Can it be like DMC5? Just tell you straight where to go. All the time.
Dust? What do you see?
You're a dick. Just tell me where to go. I was having fun with the puzzles for a while. Now I'm just starting to get annoyed because it's not clear where I'm supposed to go. And the bird is like no help whatsoever. He just leads me around in this just wild goose chase. He doesn't tell me where to go. Come on, fucking help me, you stupid bird. This just goes back up. There's nothing here, you dipshit. Then just tell me. Fuck you. Oh, why didn't he lead me over here before? Come on now. Wow. The hint system in this game is something special. You could have told me to go over there the whole time. Why was he leading me around in a circle like 3 times? Think if they remastered this game that they would fix stuff like that. They kept making me think I was missing something. I actually wasn't. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty obvious the bird does not help at all. There's a dick. Bird's like a backseat gamer, stream monster. That tells you the wrong solution so that they can get a rise off it. That's basically what the bird is. No help whatsoever. Oddly close to how it works in DMC5, but nowhere near as good because you're not given the guidance of just work. Okay, the ball didn't work. I hate gimmick bosses like this. Can't damage them without doing a puzzle. bastard. I think that was scripted. You're supposed to stay stunned longer than that. This is Darksiders 2. $4 game I bought that I'm mostly enjoying. It's mostly just that I've got a really frustration threshold. I do know somebody, I know the combat designer on this game, so I wanted to try it. I'm having more fun with it with a walkthrough than I don't have the patience to get stuck on things right now. The hint system is pretty bad in this game, I'm not gonna lie. It will lead you in literal circles until you realize that it doesn't actually tell you where. Not like in DMC5 where you're just given a straight, clear, no bullshit idea of where. This game, it's kind of like the bird just led me around in a circle for like 10 minutes.
Aye, no, it's a right noble deed for one of the riders.
What that?
It is finished then, at long last.
Yeah, these games all do like
This is the Maker's key, and you had best take it now, before I come to my senses.
I don't like games that tell you nothing. I like at least having some kind of fail-safe.
Aye, but there is
The problem is this game tries to tell you something, but the bird that tells you where to go is a troll and will lead you around in a circle. The point where if you're stuck, you're better off just using them, which I think is kind of.
If the Guardian is
Gonna have a hint system at all should be something
in the forest,
actually useful,
another construct,
not something
one
that
of the few
makes things
remains
more complicated than they
who have
actually
not
are.
fallen to corruption. He is not as vast as the Guardian, but his heart is strong, Seek him out, and he will guide you to the foundry. There, you may activate the Guardian using the Maker's Key.
The construct.
Aye. This key unlocks the stone. In fact, it will... Isn't that what troubles you?
If wardens can resist corruption,
Sadly, this warden...
then the seal. How will I know when I've...
Constructs are beings of both. Most possess but a fraction of a soul. But through others course the whole of a Maker's being. Life weighs heavy on us all. Not even stone can bear it.
The forge blazes again, Ryder, thanks to you. Have you not a constructor waiting? Valis has been busy. There are new
Apex
items.
Legends, I hear, is less toxic than the other first-person shooters. I don't like those games in the first place, so can't comment on. But from what I hear, that game is less toxic than the rest, which is an accomplishment, truly. They also don't work their employees to death either. That's also really nice. They actually give them time to be human beings. They're not like Epic. The unlimited crunch. If I didn't hate first-person shooters, that would be a game I would support. But unfortunately, I can't stand shooters. Not for me. Oh, hell yeah. Nice. What happened to the person that said they were going to donate? I appreciate the gesture. Maybe they had something else to do. No, it's the fact that someone wanted to donate. Having kind of a rough day. It's nice. It was like almost an hour ago I said that. It's okay though. Appreciate gesture. gonna love the Bloody Palace in this game. Here it's pretty fun. I don't mind this too much. It's just haven't been the best mental state, so I get frustrated really. I've got to walk through in my second mob, so I'm just not even gonna let it get to that point. Tried a couple times. I start getting frustrated. That's it. just find the solution. Not like I haven't done that before. I'm not one of those people that will sit there for hours trying to figure something out, the solution. If I've tried everything, I don't see a reason to subject myself to that, especially when I'm already not that great. Props to the people who do that, but I can't. This is why I don't play shooters, folks. You can see how bad I am at this stuff. I'm not good at aiming at all. It's just can't do it. Very challenged in that department of gaming. Not good at mashing either. That's why I don't really mash in games. Which is probably how my hands aren't messed up after 25 years. Over 25 years. Like 30 years of gaming. Never really been good at mashing. It's really hard for me to mash. Like when the game has timing. My style, I can't mash much. Nero and DMC, he hurts my hands too. That's why I don't so much. I did hurt my hands a bit playing as Nero back when it came out. Definitely would have liked it if they didn't put the charge shot back in. So that's what I really liked about 5 Nero. Then you beat the game and you get it anyway. Like, I didn't want that back. I was glad it was gone. Less of a necessity to hold the button down unhealthy amounts of time. What's up, Shakesman? Here to watch me be terrible at shooting? Because I can't even aim at like a stationary target. There was a stationary target and it took me like a good 5 seconds. I don't know what to do from here. Just have to do something. Yeah, I can't play shooters. They make me motion sick a little bit. Not as bad as other people, but I do get motion sick. And I can't aim, so... They don't really interest me in the first place, so it's not like it's much of a loss. Guarantee you I would not have 12 million video views if I played shooters. It would be like probably 12 views. Not good at that stuff, and I aspire to be. Oh yeah, throw it. I was gonna put it back down, too. No! Wow, man, come on! I was like straight there! Ah. Come on, dude. You didn't move it so slow. Come on, go faster. Why is he so slow to do everything? That pissed me off, man. Why did he do that? Just trying to get it done faster. I'm tired of the slow walking. Faster, please. Can't you be like Integrate Zero? Just fast and responsive to do everything. Not just some things. Yeah, I don't know if I'll finish this. I'm just bored right now. Hyrule Warriors made me physically sick, so I have like 2 weeks of nothing to play. I got excited, I got a donation from that guy that said they would donate, and it just was a Twitch bill. Combat in this is fun, it's just there's too many fucking buttons. Feels like a 70-30 split between puzzles and fighting. I have very little patience. I had a really rough stream earlier. You can find the details on that in the Discord. Trying to just take it easy. Yeah, I did have to grind a bit. The difficulty curve is messed up. Yeah, it was like really smooth until I got to the end. I did like, I think I only did like 20-30 minutes of grinding. Don't worry, nothing excessive, but yeah. Curb's kind of messed up for that to even be a problem in the first place, because I had very little trouble getting through that game. It was really only until that point. That game's awesome though, I'm waiting for the next update. No, it's not just you. It was that village with the ghost people. The difficulty curve was like all foobar. They were like two-shotting me. Felt really odd because everything else had been totally manageable, especially if you're controlling the character pretty well. But yeah, you get to that point and you just kind of hit a wall. Yeah, that's exactly the point where I had to do some grinding.
What is it this time?
A compass that guided me. I thought it lost, like
The other will follow. Very well, Khan.
I found your stone. It brings back memories to see it again.
What can you tell me about
I've been here but the once.
a fine
Aye, it is. I could but nudge him an inch before my nerves gave out. The whole time I felt Muria watching me.
Yeah, just knowing what I know about game design and that this is a last-gen game, the reason it's like that is because it's hiding load screens. The only load screen this game has is when you start it up. There are no load screens in this game at all. It's completely seamless, but it's using the age-old game dev trick of just making your dude really slow and having long twisting hallways because it's streaming the data. Which is something that still happened this last gen too. But recently is like the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, to be fair, some of those forced walking sections in that game were for exposition and making sure that you get the character development and stuff. A lot of them they're just for the same reason this game has them. It's just to mask the fact that there's no load screens. There actually are tons of them. It's just you're not stopped from playing. They have your speed capped very deliberately so that you can't get there fast enough. The more I play this, the more it's very apparent. I'm glad that you pointed that out. Just a product of its time, and I mean, even last gen, they were doing that shit a ton. It's just in this game, it's really obvious. It's like, obviously what it's doing is it's loading all this into memory, so they take away your horse and make you just kind of slowly jog over there. I think the first game I noticed that in was Metroid Prime. It's that game does it pretty well, but it's still really obvious. Some rooms would take felt like 10 seconds to load, and then like the small ones would be instant. But to change all that in a remaster would probably basically mean like redoing the whole game. So I can see why they didn't fix it. I actually have gone fast. I bought the Switch version of this today because it was $10 after points, and I actually have gone fast enough that it actually does give you a load screen. I guess the Switch can't stream it fast enough. So that's why it happens. That's why the next gen is going to be pretty interesting. There's going to be less of a technical necessity to do that kind of padding. I'm sure game developers will still do it to draw things out, but they won't have to do it as much anymore. As the new consoles can stream data so quickly. Yeah, there are some really big rooms in Metroid Prime, like the main hub in Talon, like I think the area where you fought Ridley. Like I remember that taking like fiscal year to load because it's trying to load like the cutscene and the model and the whole boss fight and everything. So you think like the door is jammed, it's like it's just the GameCube is trying really hard to stream all that data. I would honestly prefer load screens over the character being slow just to prevent load screens. But hopefully with this new generation, there'll be less reason to do that anymore. And I think this next generation is very iterative. No, the graphics really aren't going to be that much better. It's mostly just the games will run better, and you won't have a decade of loading anymore, which is good enough for me. I'm definitely more of a performance guy than graphics. I'll play a game like this at like 720p if I can get, 144 FPS. I can see people being disappointed that things won't really change that much. But there's the opportunity for them to. I think really fast-paced games would be like really awesome this gen because they won't have to be able to stream the data fast enough that they won't have to slow you down. Really will be able to just go at your own pace, which is really cool. I think iteration is better than innovation at this point in video games anyway. A lot of innovation like the 6-axis and stuff and the touchpad. How much of those things really do. There were some games that admittedly did use those gimmicks very well, but really ended up being something that wasn't anywhere near as exciting as they tried to make it to be. Same thing with Joy-Cons. Joy-Cons are an awesome concept, but build quality completes it. Like, I don't care that it has a microphone and all this other stuff. I would prefer to not have to buy one every 2 months of just playing like a normal person. And not 18 hours a day or something. I would have much rather just had regular controllers. So the fact that the big two consoles are literally just the same thing, I think is actually pretty. They're not really trying to bullshit you with things this time. It's mostly just gonna take what was really shitty about the last gen consoles, load times and performance, and just basically abolish that. Okay, I have to stand in this and punch that. I see what to do now. Chain. Let's go ahead and get this to the coin thing there. Oh no, that's one I have to shoot. Alright, you guys ready for some terrible aim? Case in point. Uh, 1,000 frames per second. I do not have a monitor that can run at that refresh rate. As much as I like fast frame rates, it matters the most in 2D games. 60 to 144 on like a platformer is a huge difference. In a game like this, it doesn't matter as much. It's nice in something like DMC5, but for 3D games, high refresh rates and frame rates, it's really... shooters benefit from that the most. But platformers are objectively better on 44. They're way smoother. It's like a night and day difference. Something like this, I can run this at like 100, but I just locked it to 60 because it seems to have stopped the stuttering completely. Like playing, when I got this monitor, the first thing I did was play 20XX at 144 Hertz, and that is, it makes that game so much better. I can't even describe how much better it makes that. It's a really massive difference. But with 3D games, it varies. It depends on the genre. Well, this game doesn't really need it. This game has pretty good combat, but not to the point where you really need. DMC5, I played that game for a year with no turbo, and then when the LDK mod came out like 2 weeks ago, I started playing with turbo, and man, it makes that game way better. Turbo and 144 Hertz is like a huge difference in that game. Character action games are definitely one of the genres where you do benefit from that. Character action games and like first-person shooters for sure. It's nice to have a higher frame rate. Stuff like this, I don't think it matters that much. Uso games, it's more just it needs to be stable. I think maybe they'll actually be able to increase the difficulty of Muso games when they have them running at a better frame rate. realistically, you can't expect people to do like just frames and stuff, even if they did add those kinds of things. They've experimented with stuff like that, but I think the fact that the games can barely run as it is what prevents that from happening. Can't mess with the mechanics that much. Because games where the frame rate barely works and they're expecting you to do like just frame parry and stuff, that's when it really feels awful. Hyrule Warriors, the new one, is a pretty good example. That game just has straight up witch time. It feels really clunky because of how low the frame rate is. I guarantee everybody would be able to pull that off way more often if frame rate was stable. Yeah, the puzzles in this haven't been that great, honestly. It's been kind of just the same couple mechanics in different ways, which I think is part of the reason why I'm bored with them. I don't really feel that satisfied solving them. I just feel like, you know, I can actually play the video game now. Doesn't get to the level of like Zelda, which is obviously is trying to copy. Doesn't get to that level. Like, I figured out how to use this robot, so now it's like painfully obvious what I have to do here. It just kind of makes you feel like, why is it here in the first place? Yeah, exactly. That definitely is a problem in this game. One of my biggest complaints so far. You can see the solution for something, but he walks so slow. You can really lose your train of thought pretty fast in this game. This is a pretty fun game, though. It's definitely high quality. I can see why people say this is the best one. It's got a lot going for it, and for a Western game, it's actually got pretty good combat. I haven't really encountered any bullshit hitboxes or anything so far. Everything's been pretty fair. That's because this was designed by somebody I know. He played DMC and Bayonetta and lots of fighting games, Guilty Gear especially. He was really big on Guilty Gear when I knew him. That is why this game, despite its flaws, has pretty good combat. It's obviously not focus. Probably like less than half of what this game is, but what's there is pretty good. Because it was designed by somebody who actually knows what the fuck they're... Crazy how much that can actually make a difference. It helps that this game has a pretty timeless art style. Like, this was a very late last gen game, pretty much like right when the new consoles were announced is when this came out, roughly, give or take a couple months. So this is one of the last big games, at least before the new consoles came out. Well, like I said, a lot of that is, in this game, it's really apparent it's because of load time masking. It's why you run so slow, and why there's so many just empty hallways that you can't speed through. Like, he'll just arbitrarily not use the horse. The reason for that is because it's loading this entire dungeon, pretty much. But with the new SSD, there actually is a chance that we'll get less of that shit moving forward. It's just really obvious in this game. After you play it for like a couple hours, you start to notice why some things are the way they are. It's less because of incompetence with the developers, it's more just the hardware sucked. Which has been a problem for like every 3D game in some capacity. I kinda like how Metroid Prime still looks good. That game has aged very well. The fact that this was designed by somebody who has a character action and fighting game background is probably why it has a Bloody Palace. I know this game is a straight up like 100 floor Bloody Palace, like unique loot and stuff. So I'm excited to get there if I like the game enough to get to that point. I think gamers are getting pretty tired of it already, because there was a lot of forced walking sections this gen. Like an unhealthy amount of them. Load times too. Like, everybody loves Monster Hunter World, but nobody who's played that game for like hundreds of hours will tell you that they like constant load screens and the unskippable cutscenes. I find it really hilarious that their official response to not being able to skip the cutscenes is we worked really hard on them, and we don't want people to skip them. It's like, well, get over it. Dude, I was skipping cutscenes like on the NES like 30 years ago. Come on now. If you type in like Monster Hunter cutscene on, we'll find people looking for a mod to skip them. I think that's a good indication that your decision was not a good one. I tried that game and they just wouldn't stop fucking talking. They wouldn't let me play. I'd been playing for like an hour. And it was mostly just waiting for them to shut up. Do they seriously think anybody plays that kind of game? Story. But when I did that review for God Eater 3, I didn't do it like you, Shakesman. I just said, you can skip cutscenes in this game and you can't in Monster Hunter. That's like all that needs to be said. They don't really force feed you any story in that game. The most you have to do in that game is just go to an area and talk to somebody. Sometimes that can disrupt the flow because it doesn't tell you where the NPC is, so they expect you to play like hide and seek with. Yeah, I didn't have to watch anything in that game. It was a very enjoyable game from start to finish. That game has a lot of story too, but they actually had the decency to let you skip it. Funny how, like, the first Ninja Gaiden on NES, it pioneered both, like, high-end cutscenes, but also pioneered letting you fucking skip them. But developers still forget that lesson from literally 31 years ago. like, yes, they worked really hard on the cutscenes in that game, too, especially for the time. Those cutscenes were crazy back in the late 80s, but knew that, hey, not everybody cares about the story. Maybe you want to play the game more than once. Heaven forbid that, right? Yeah, they are. Mechanically, they're not very interesting. I think that's my biggest problem with them. There definitely are some adventure games with really satisfying puzzles. These, you just kind of get annoyed. You just want to get to the part where actually something actually fucking happens. Every time they introduce a new mechanic, it is a little bit interesting for a while, but then you get to the point where, like right now, they introduced this construct like an hour ago, and it's already obvious how it works, so kind of just going through the motions at this point. It's not really challenging, it's just something the game is forcing me to engage with. No, you do this. Still better platforming than Astral Chain. fuck that game, man. I regret buying that game. Despite how much this has frustrated me, I've enjoyed this way more than the, like, 12 hours I played of Astral Chain. Yeah, the problem is the puzzles aren't very interesting. I'm not completely against puzzles. There's definitely been some puzzles I've been stumped on, and I've been like, really... I felt really satisfied to clear them. Yeah, I did play puzzle games quite a bit with my my grandma. My grandma loves puzzle games. That was one of the things we did together. But I'm pretty sure those puzzle games I played like 25 years ago. And it's just the problem is the combat is actually quite good and it is fun too. So far I'm feeling like it really does get in the way. When they give you a new puzzle mechanic, it is interesting for a while, but then kind of like this, I already pretty much mastered the whole construct mechanic. So at that point I'm kind of just going through the motions. Yeah, I think the fact that the combat is quite good is what makes the other elements feel kind of disjointed. Like the level designer and the person designing the puzzles didn't have as much experience as my buddy Ben, who designed the combat in this game. I'm hoping it will at least give me another puzzle mechanic so that doing the puzzles and stuff is marginally more interesting for a while. Oh, later, man. Thanks for stopping by. Feeling a little better now. Still not gonna put up a video tonight, though. I'll do it in the morning. I think I deserve a break. Rip. I don't like how that dash attack, you're stuck in the animation. Apparently it's really good for proccing status effects later in the game, but it definitely does get you killed sometimes. Try to use it, and he can't cancel out of it fast enough. It's also bullshit how you're not invincible during those moves either. Dude, this room is rough. Might have to go back to town. I don't like how they force you to hold the button down to lock onto something. I'm surprised there's no toggle for that. That's what feels really janky about this. There's no option to just toggle it, so you have to hold the button down. Really long amounts of time. Please no gimmick boss. I like the first boss. You could just hit him until he died. I don't feel like a gimmick boss right now. Are any of them just gonna let me just hit them? It's not. I wish the bosses are more interesting too. Not just like Zelda bosses, just puzzles. I just want to just hit him until he dies, but I've got to do this stupid puzzle. Boss design is like... It's not terrible, but kind of falls into like Zelda bosses, where it's just you can't Can't kill them quickly. You have to solve a stupid puzzle every single time. Just kind of hoping for just some humanoid bosses that you just fight without this kind of repetitive stuff. It's not really an engaging boss at all. It's mostly just wait until you have an opportunity to attack. Then you just kind of hit him. It's nothing really exciting. Yeah, I can take off a couple phases here. Ah, he's scripted. Of course. Of course. I knew that that was going to happen. That was a mistake. I should have used that to end it. They're not going to let you just burst him down. No, gotta do this obvious puzzle. I'm willing to bet it's going to be 3 times. Won't you run faster, please? just a casual walk while the big stone golem is attacking you. No worries, just take your time. Take your time. Go slower while you're at it. This is boring. If I could just punch him, it'd be way better. Of course, it had to be a center. Why do they make bosses like this, man? I'm stuck inside him. Just give me a human boss to just fight. It's done. Not this shit. It's just doing the same thing over and over. Better heal. I don't want to do this boring puzzle boss again. I give you a humanoid boss at the start, and there's been none since. It's all just been puzzle bosses with phase limits. This is dumb, man. Just punch him, you're strong enough. Please don't make me do that again, just die. Shit, boss. Typical, like, Western boss design. It's bosses that they're just boring puzzles. They don't really offer anything interesting. First boss was the best so far, but he was just a generic monster, apparently. He's already being recycled as a knip. That boss just had tells, and there was no puzzle to fight it. It's just hit it until it died.
Not yet.
Corrupt the Maker.
Makers say that you can reach the Foundry.
The Foundry. You will need my help.
Corruption spreads a...
Stone is heavy. In my dreams, I can move
This place.
It's on my tongue seems to be elsewhere.
Will you help me?
Yeah.
Shall we?
Hold on, little one. In my slumber, I have felt the Guardian reaching
Hey, Death, you found somebody who walks slower than you. You should feel accomplished. Slow walking buddies. Walk slow together. Why do you need him? He's even slower than you.
You must speak with Adar and make your peace.
You and your uneven traversal speed. He can swim and wall climb like an Olympian, but just basic running is hard for him.
I've restored your forge and brought life. Tell me now, old one, or you may never get the chance.
As is the tree, horseman. That is why you must awaken the Guardian. But have you asked you?
Tree of Life is where I...
The Tree of Life is a gateway. Whether a world of ocean, the Tree of Life is not where journeys end, but where they begin.
Sure, Valis doesn't...
Aye.
Valis,
Aye. His but Valis lost it in a dungeon. If you can find Splinterbone, mayhaps the forging of a proper weapon. Browse around. We have new items. You will find the hammer just past the fjord. The Stonefather be with you, horseman.
Alright, well, I think 2 dungeons today, and I did one on the Switch today too. I think that's enough for now. This game is fun, but it definitely is padded out. Puzzles aren't that bad. It's mostly open areas. It's really easy to get lost. But there's a little bit too many of them. Feels like by the time you've mastered the mechanic or gimmick they give you, it's like you have to do it like 5 more times than what's necessary. Like with the constructs and stuff. Definitely that way. Like, okay, I totally understand how to do this at this point. The game doesn't really give you a break from it. This is pretty cool. I kind of wish more games had this. Like, just let you dump all your trash into one big weapon. This is actually pretty satisfying. I like this system. It's pretty unique. It's like I got some decent tier 2, so... It's arcane. Piercing damage. Let's work on gear. Taking a lot longer to level it up now. But I should be able to use this until I get the next legendary, the Knuckles. I really like the Knuckle set, honestly. Nice. Really? Huh. That's good to know. Thank you. I did watch speedruns for this back when it came out, so it's like I know what the ending is and stuff. It's just in terms of like the puzzles and the progression and stuff, I'm basically as a speed run for this game, if you've never seen it before, is like it's a sight to behold. It's a mess. It's like a lot of going out of bounds and using the fact that the game, like I said, it only loads things in very small chunks. Like you go through things out of bounds so that they don't and skip like whole area and stuff. So, watching a speed run for this game is not even slightly indicative of how it actually plays. Pretty far from it, actually. Although I know the speedrun used DLC weapons to like break the game. I don't know how the speedrun works on this version, because in this version, all the DLC they just turn them into just regular weapons. Curious how that's going to work. Actually, you know what the speedrun for this is like? It's a lot like, Ocarina of Time. Like, speedrun of that, and, like, playing it casually are basically two different things. That's pretty much how the speedrun for this is. See if I can find, guy with the coins.
Come closer. Fresh merchandise.
I wonder if I could save scum this. Wonder if it's gonna save after I pick this up. Save right now. Yeah, I can get some really good knuckles. Just Alt F4.
I have new items.
See if that worked. When did you beat this game? Back when it was on PS3? I did rent this game. I think I only got through like the first dungeon and I just kind of returned. Which I'm kind of glad I did,
The journey
because
so far.
this is
The rider rode.
obviously running way
A
better.
temple was found, and the turn of a key woke a giant from slumber. The Makers have need of me, the warden bellowed. And so he went, in search of their only hope.
Yeah, my money's back. Really long to get back into this game though, because you can't skip that dialogue even if the game is done loading. At least I don't think you can. Oh, you really like this game, huh? That's cool. Yeah, I could see why people like this game. Definitely some problems I have with it, but nothing I would drop it over. At least so far. I don't know how much worse the puzzles are going to get. I hear the PS4 version is 30 FPS for some reason. It's just reeks of not putting it well.
The journey so far.
PC's
The
back
rider
when this
rode.
came out.
A
Run this
temple
at
was
60
found,
FPS.
and the turn of a key woke a giant from slumber.
I don't see how the PS4
The
could
makers
not run
have
it. I wonder if he can even give weapons. Do you know if he can give weapons? Might be better to just try this with the other one. I'm gonna do this one more time and help to play this though. Focusing on something definitely helps. I think if I
The
just sat
journey
there while I
so
was feeling
far.
that bad, I would
The
have.
rider rode.
But
A
I've made it
temple
worse
was
on myself.
found, and the turn of a key woke a giant from slumber.
Might be better to just go get another 5,000 and try the other one. I might have some knuckles that I can use for a while. A lot of the boss weapons it's giving me are the other ones I don't really want to use. Yeah. I think that's a lost cause. It's definitely working though. It keeps giving my money back. See if I have some quests to turn in.
The journey so far. The rider rode. A temple was found, and the turn of a key woke a giant from slumber. The makers have need.
Oh yeah, I was gonna check if I have something. I go to check quests. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't have any other stuff to turn in. Alright, well, it's as good a stopping point as any. That game's pretty cool. I can see why it's held in such high regard. It's just a shame that they didn't build on the combat in that in the third one. It's more like a Dark Souls type game. Yeah, we'll be getting that game in Humble Bundle tomorrow, so if I play through this one, I might give that one a chance. I know the story's like a mess too. Narratively, everything like happens at the same time. I think all three games happen in a very short time span. Which I guess is nice. You can go back and play the other one. The fact that it is kind of cool how they all play very differently. So it's not like, playing like a Yakuza game or something, or like a Tales game. Things just kind of get worse as you go back. I guess that's one benefit to the way they do things with Darkseid. As I'm playing, I definitely do wish that the third one was more like that. The combat. I don't know how the pacing and puzzles are. It would have been nice if they had iterated on that a little bit more. See if pause on right now. There, some rest. And a video will be up in the morning. Feeling better now, but I'm tired now, so feeling better mentally. Tired, so that's not good either. I got a couple port reviews to do. Let's see, what did I get again? Mine's so foggy right now. Question. I got Darksiders 2, the game I was just playing. Got Kimono Heroes. Actually, yeah, I was gonna do port for BlazBlue because the sale for that, I believe, expires tomorrow. So I want to get that. I don't think people are aware that it's 50 fucking gigs on PC. That's why I bought it twice. Let me see when the sale ends. Oh, actually, it ends on the 20th. Wow, it's actually up for 3 weeks. Actually, about 2.5 weeks from now. But yeah, that's a game I've actually finished, so get to that. Alright, folks, I'll see you today. I've been slacking on my closers raids. If I do wake up for it tomorrow, today, on then, otherwise it'll be. Okay, so I have to go to the inbox to go to the Bloody Palace. Is that what you're saying? Might actually just make a video of that, right?